I audible? Right. If I am irritable, immediately let me know. Once again, let me introduce myself, and before that, let me thank your HOD, Dr. Vijaya Madam, and the kind words that are forwarded from your friend. I'm sorry, I don't know your name. Meenakshi. Right? Then I'm Venkat. I've written the same. I've just cut the long name I have so that it's easy for you to recognize and then use. And another thing you should also mind is, in my name Venkat, there is a cut. All right? So already my time is a bit cut. I may cut your tea time a bit. Right? Then probably you're given already the topic that I'm going to deal with. Then it's given. What is your 1 month program, that the title of it? No. Your course name. English Skill Development Training. So how do we go about it? Already you are seniors to me here, right? Because maybe more than 10 days you are here. Whereas I'm just here a few moments with you, so I'm junior to you in that case. So you should guide me what has been done already. What are the areas major that they have covered already? Is it a repetition? Personal effectiveness program. I mean, when you meet people, when you come across people, maybe for the first time, how do you judge them? They're good, they're okay, I'm not asking you to judge me immediately. Anyway, you will judge after the class. You do it, you are free to do it. Now I'm asking you in a general way. When you meet people for the first time, how do you really judge them or understand them? Based on what? Maybe much before that, you see them by looks also, you have some idea, but that may not be always true. Somebody may look Casanova 2025, but once they open their mouth, you may find a different judgment. It may be the reverse also. Some may not look very well, and yet they do very well in their communication. But ultimately, the point is good. You have straight away given me. It's based on the communication, the way you carry yourself. The way you carry yourself means the way you present yourself. And in your presentation, as a being, as a human being, what carries a lion's share? It's the communication. So when I have taken this title, Personal Effectiveness Program, for this session, what I mean is that once personal effectiveness is seen by others, judged by others, and then cooperated with only based on the way they communicate. Right? So whatever I say, I may tell you some stories, I may ask you some questions. The center focal point is communication. So keeping this in view, you please answer me. Achha, can I put it here and use? Because turning that way is a bit difficult. Already I told you a few questions I'm going to ask you. Are you okay with questions? Yes. Or you may feel this fellow has come to teach us rather than asking us. But asking is also part of teaching. Asking is also part of communication. And moreover, you start learning things rather than somebody pouring out. Right? So it's all learner-centered approach you are used to. So a few questions, and don't worry, I take only your responses. I enjoy your responses. I don't judge this is right answer, this is wrong answer. A blanket check I am giving you. Throughout my session, If you feel like answering and you have some answer in your mind, throw it. I know you will not give any irrelevant answer. Whatever you think relevant, you will throw it, right? So don't hesitate that, am I right? Most often in life, we don't respond to a situation, whether it is communication situation or otherwise, because of our prejudging. I should be right if I answer, otherwise I don't answer. But how do we know without giving the answer right or wrong? Moreover, in this class, I said already, you don't have to worry about your right or wrong. I don't look at right or wrong. I look at your response, because it's communication skills class. The more you communicate, the more music it happens to my ears. All right? So just feel free. Probably at the beginning also such a, questionnaire must have been given to you either orally or in written form. When you join this course, you have certain expectations. When the ELTC has advertised it, they have certain expectations of you also. Right? Both sides have certain expectations. Even for this class, you may have some I'm not getting into the details. You have some expectations, right? It should add some value to your communication skills. Right? I also have certain expectations that you will respond at every possible occasion. Is it a deal?
Yes, sir.
So don't hold yourself back. Wherever there is a question, please immediately respond. Then objectives. Whatever we do, we have certain objectives. Yes or no?
Yes,
somebody comes and sits in the front row, certain objective. Somebody comes and sits in the last row, certain objective. Somebody uses a ballpoint pen, some objective. Somebody uses a fountain pen, ink pen. Yeah. Some objective. Somebody goes slow while they are driving. There is some objective. Even I was thinking, entering into the room, shall I sit there? Then I followed your teachers. Okay, anyway, they are also going, I'll also go there. I was a bit slow initially. You must have.
Yes,
what was my objective? Let me follow what they do, because they're all seniors. Right? Including you. So, I have some objectives here to add some value to your communication skills. You also have some objectives, right? If they are clear in your mind, we know we can also make some course correction if required. Then procedures. This is where I need to spend a little time. Already I told you half of it. Most important thing is respond to the situation. How do you respond in a classroom, in a training session? Through your communication. Please don't prejudge and hold back. The less I talk, the better for you. The more you talk, the better for all of us. For a teacher in training communication skills, anything from the other side, that is the learners group, is music. So that's the procedure, only thing. So I may tell you some stories and ask you questions. I may ask you to tell some stories, quite possible. You will do it, no, don't worry. And I'll ask you to comment on certain things, because ultimately skills are learnt by practicing it, right? That's what we say. So if I just go on talking for 1.5 hours, what are you doing then? You're only listening. One aspect of the 4 skills will be covered. But what do we need? All the 4 skills. So the procedures should include all the 4 skills from your side and from my side, particularly from your side. Wherever you feel like running notes, you just write. Wherever you feel like responding, you speak. Wherever you feel like, okay, wait, let's listen to it completely. Listen to it. Right? Wherever, anyway, I'll make you read things. So all the 4 skills will be covered. Right? Judiciously, we'll follow this procedure. Is that all right?
Yes, sir.
Second deal. Right? Now, commitments. Already I have made some commitments. Whatever you answer, I'm okay with you. It's not about right or wrong. It's about how relevant you have responded. Because particularly in arts and languages, there is nothing like right and wrong like sciences or mathematics. 2 + 2 is equal to whoever does it should get 4, only then it's right.
Yes, sir.
Right? But when you speak, the other fellow may not understand exactly the way you thought him of. Based on their ability to listen and understand, they will learn. Same thing with us also, vice versa, right? So in arts, in social sciences, it's not damn science-like. Damn, I don't mean anything bad there. Simple. Okay, so your commitment is now again retold by me. Yes. So respond relevantly, and if you want to ask a question anytime, raise your hand and ask a question. Don't hold yourself back. Keep your mind open. That's the commitment you are giving to me. And my commitment is, I take all your responses. All right? So now let's get into come on, I don't have much time. No, I want answer, response. To learn something? Are you not clear what you want to learn? English language communication skills. Right? So far so good, right? So we are going on the same page. And I've used effective because the title I have given is effectiveness. And already I have explained to you. If your skills are better, obviously you are more effective. If your skills are on the top, the best, you are the best effective personality. Right? Am I okay? The pace with which I am going? Right. By listening, by practicing, yeah. Right. Those who said listening may also add, I hope so, reading also. In LSRW, input skills are two. What are they? Listening and reading. We use our two senses, ears and eyes. These are the two channels, whatever you learn. For communication skills, obviously these are the two most important skills. And the other two skills are called productive skills. So when you want to improve your skills, how do we learn? You said listening and also reading. No, somebody else said something else also. Practicing. Right? I would say like this. You heard of LBW in cricket? Yes, sir. But here, forget that. That's the way, one of the ways to get out in cricket, right? Yes, leg before the wicket. LBD. Learn by doing. Practice is no different. Just you can remember and it looks a little different. So I've used LBD. You've been doing it, right? Any skill can you learn without doing it? For example, if I give you 10 lectures on how to swim, making you sit in this classroom. After those 10 lectures, hilarious lectures, I make you in a very good mood. And then can you swim? What is required? You have to, you can learn by doing. Does it mean teaching is bad for a skill? No, teaching is okay, but without doing you can never learn. Teaching actually makes you learn a little better, but only after implementation, only after practicing, only after doing. You can say that I have learnt a bit, or I have learnt it well, right? So you should follow this in the next 70 minutes or so. Is it enough just to learn? No, sir. What is your answer? Oh, you got the question slightly different. I'll ask again. Is it enough just only to learn? You learn, that's okay. But whatever you learn maybe a bit, maybe a lot, but only learning is enough. Why do we learn? To use, right? No? Okay, tell me your answer. If we don't use what we have learnt, can we retain that skill? For example, you learn a problem. You solved it. Your teacher told, and you solved it. For 6 months, you don't use, revise it, review it, and use it. then what happens? There is a possibility that we may not use later. Moreover, our purpose is to improve our communication skills for what? Just to say that in our resume or in our bio, we will write, I've got good communication skills in English, or to use. If somebody is good at communication skills in English, how do you decide? When they are able to use all the 4 skills that we discussed very well, right? At least the 2 skills, listening and speaking, they may be uneducated, but still if they are able to listen well and understand, if they are able to speak well and make others understand, their communication skills are reasonably okay orally. Am I wrong? Right. So that's why I said use, otherwise lose. It's like time, you know. When you have time, this applies. Use or misuse, whatever you do, you are going to lose. I am given 90 minutes time. If I can use it, or I may misuse it, or whatever I do, but ultimately I am going to lose. Even if I use, then what should be our option? Use or misuse? Use. That's what I am saying. Okay. Now the question is, only difference is why. I am asking you your individual reason.
Effective public speaking.
Oh, you want to be a good public speaker?
Yes.
Okay, already somebody taught public speaking?
No.
Arey, I love that area. Anyway, we'll see. How to communicate with others, good.
Better communication.
Right, good. Very good, very good. Now I'll just broaden the... Okay, good, good. Now I'll broaden the perspective of this question. Whatever we learn, why do we learn? Okay. No dispute, right? Ultimately, whatever we learn, somebody learns commerce, somebody learns economics, somebody learns swimming, somebody learns... You ultimately, you want to be successful in life and you want to be happy in life. Any effort, not necessarily only communication. But then, even communication, why? If you are able to speak well at the right time when you got the opportunity, or when you feel like, you feel happy or unhappy? Just think of your own school days or maybe earlier days where you have an answer, teacher is asking, but you don't answer, thinking that I may be wrong, let others answer. If nobody answers, the dirty fellow will answer. Yes. We'll check whether we are right or not. Quite a few times we must have done it, right?
Yes, sir.
So don't do it. Because you have to wait for a long period. Instead, if you answer immediately, you come to know whether you are right or wrong. Moreover, your response is important in any communication activity rather than what exactly you said, how correct you have said. Because in day-to-day life, do we go by grammar and everything when we speak?
No.
Do we really use structures all the time in our regular informal talk? Somebody asks you, where are you going? Bus stand. Is it a sentence? No. Bus stand. But the purpose is served. But if the fellow says, no, I don't know to complete the sentence, that fellow asks the question very well in full, pattern. This is unnecessary brooding. We become Hamlets. Not necessary. Am I making sense to you? So don't hold yourself back. Can I use a Telugu sentence here? I don't know whether you can understand that. My grandma used to say that, Manasu champukuni batakaddu anedi. It doesn't mean be rude and trouble others. No. You want to say something in the context, the way you want to say it. Our intention is not to hurt others or trouble others. Our intention is to say what we have in our mind. Life is an opportunity. Every moment is to be used the way we want. If it is troubling others, obviously we don't do it. We all know that our freedom ends where the other man's nose starts. Kada? Right. So, there is no dispute with this. Whatever we learn, ultimately it's... So obviously, these communication skills and personal effectiveness skills, we learn to be happy and successful. Some people would also argue if you are successful, you are automatically happy. Even if you are not successful, you will be happy. We leave the debate to them. We know these two are important things in life. We'll go by that. Right? Now I'll make two statements. You read that? There are people who give happiness wherever they go. Like you. Now, there are people who give happiness whenever they go. Are these two sentences same or different? Check again. Same or different? The difference lies in only one word. First one. So first one is like you. Wherever they go, they give happiness. Second one is like me. Whenever they go. Generally teachers, when they leave, by freedom. Right? You get the point? Now, you must have seen there are people and people. Even amongst your friends, amongst your relatives, amongst your teachers, amongst your all sorts of, people and communities that you come across. There are some people, the moment they are there, it's all exuberating, right? You feel happy. You want to join that mood and atmosphere, right? And there are the other side also. Now, my question is, first or second? Second meaning, you want to give happiness only by leaving the place. First meaning, you give happiness wherever you go. Got it? Right. Now the question, important question is, and can happiness be measured and given to others or put in the pocket? No, sir. How do they do? What do they do? To make others happy? Speak in humorous way. Right, smile. Good. Politely they speak. They are acceptable, more presentable than others around in the same group or place. Agreed? Ultimately, again, it has come to a point where if you communicate well, you can give happiness. To give happiness, you don't have to give the CM chair. Oh, Revant Reddy is enough, right? I'll now give it to you. So then you will be happy. It's not that easy. Right? But by communicating in a very agreeable way, acceptable way, more presentable way, you become a fellow who can spread happiness wherever you go. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
So that's the reason why we are aiming at, not simply to get marks. Of course, marks are also important. I'm not saying marks are not important. That anyway will come. Once your performance as a communicator is good, in any exam you will do obviously well. Actually, the facts are the reverse. Those who do well in the exams also not able to communicate well. So we are breaking that shell, right? Most important word is right time there.
Yes, sir.
What is right time?
Present now also.
When you are to, rather than okay, I'll think and do it. For example, you take any regular scenario. You're just leaving the class in the evening. When do you finish your classes? 4:30. And then somebody runs across and then he asks you or she asks you, where is women's hostel on OU campus? Okay, I'll tell you tomorrow. Can you say that? It's the moment, right? In real life situations, you cannot answer much before they ask in the past. You cannot answer in future. You have to,
On the way.
right time is the present moment where it is required. Agreed? Now, all right? But I have a condition. Third deal. Right? Good. Much before you listen to me, what I'll do is, you are so generous, very good. Don't worry, I'm not your finance minister, I'm not going to take your money. I'll tax you as a teacher does in a classroom. Right? Don't worry, no corporal punishments. Right? You know how I'll tax you? That is the biggest punishment. Right? If somebody comes and tells you, I know you are a boy, then you're a useless fellow, I know it for a long time. You get my point? What you know, if it is repeated, you don't get any joy. Moreover, you get irritated. So that's the punishment I'm going to give you. This is also deal. You said much before I said it. Wonderful. So now the story goes like this. Listen to me carefully. I don't repeat. I repeat only if I want to punish you. Okay. Now, there was a realtor. I go a little fast, no issues, right? There was a realtors? Real estate business people. They are the people who make a lot of money, right? So, a very performing realtor. He's already got a lot of money and he's into some more ventures now. He's a very business magnate-like. On a particular day, he's out of his house on a very urgent job he's going. Suddenly at the crossroads, he happened to see a crowd gathered. You know Indian nature? When there is a crowd, what do? We also want to know what's happening. So true Indian, though realtor, though rich. So he went there and then he came to know that there was some auctioning going on. You know auctioning? Bidding and buying it. Right? Mona Lisa picture. Who will buy it? Oh, 10 lakhs, this, that, like that. What is going to be auctioned there? He came to know there is a parrot being auctioned. He thought, parrot I don't need. If it is a real estate related business, I would definitely get into that. That's his profession. So he turned back. But when he turned back, he heard pretty clearly somebody was bidding a price 3.5 lakh rupees. A parrot and 3.5 lakh rupees, what is this? He got interested. Rather, he got irritated. They are fooling people. He went there and then asked the organizers, what is this? How can you sell a parrot for lakhs of rupees? They said, no, don't be angry, sir. We'll tell you why. It's a parrot, right? Yes, it's a parrot. But it speaks. I know parrots prattle. For that also you don't make that much money. Then he said prattling is different. You know prattling means you train it 1 or 2 words and it repeats. That is called prattling. They said it speaks like you and I. Is that real? Don't fool me. No, you can test it. Listen to the story carefully. Here are the important lines. What did he say? You can test it. He tested it. And he realized, I'm cutting the story short. He realized it's really speaking. Whatever he asked, it answered. It was a test and that passed the test. Who passed the test? The parrot. Being a rich realtor, he got interested in it. Then he said, can I join now? You can. Still it's not over. So somebody was saying 3.5 lakh and finally he bought it for 7.5 lakh rupees. What money, what would he do? Because a special parrot. So immediately he thought, no, I don't take it to the venture. I'll go back home and then keep it at the home. So he went back home and he handed over that parrot to his wife and told her, I'll come back in the evening and let you know. Just take it. He has just given it and then told her, keep it. And he went off. And that evening he came a bit early. Normally he comes pretty late. That evening he came a bit early, and then he is in his drawing room with his 108 inches television. He is enjoying, and suddenly, immediately, his wife said, "Are you hungry? Can I serve the dinner?"
We can understand. So what is that?
Then she served. And he complimented. Normally he doesn't. He said, "Well done. You have done it really well." And he appreciated her. "My mother doesn't cook so well, but you have cooked very well." Obviously, wife will be more happy. That too, in a comparison with her aunt, if she does well, she's very happy. Then suddenly he got reminded of the morning's parrot. Good. That's what I'm going to say. It's an old story, but most important thing is you need to answer. So carefully listen to me in the context of communication skills. So, get me the parrot. I want to enjoy double dhamaka, TV, food, and also parrot. Because he knows what the parrot is all about. Then she got aghast. He's already eating it. I guess he's right. Then she couldn't say anything because that fellow is very angry if she says that now. He already said it's tasty, good and all. But there was no discussion about parrot earlier, right? He also did not say anything clearly in the morning.
Yes, sir.
Communication gaps. Anyway, after gathering her guts, she finally said, "You are having it." "Hurry, dirty fellow, how can you do that? I spent 7 lakh rupees on it." Then she said, "You are a fool. Why would you spend so much of money on a parrot? And whenever you get anything of that sort, what do? I cook well and then you eat well. Even today I did the same and you appreciated me. Suddenly you have gone cross. Already you are a fool to buy a parrot for." Then he has thrown the plate. You know how men make havoc when they are angry at home. So he has done all that heroic havoc, and he went back to the sofa from the dining table. Halfway he stopped eating, and then he was quickly running through the channels. Frustrated fellow, right? Because she's answering back. Then the lady came and sat by the side of him and slowly asked her, "It's okay, I understand you're angry, but let me know what is my mistake. You should tell me." "And you again ask me what is your mistake?" Generally these things happen. Then finally she said, "See, there is nobody to console you. If I am angry, you should console me. If you are angry, I should console you. There is no other way. Please let me know. If I am wrong, you can scold me more. No issues." Then he told the entire thing, what happened in the morning. Flashback. Right? In films, in the past, right, they used to use such things. So he has given the flashback, what happened and why. I'll end the story here. Now I'll get to the questions part. Where is the error? Why do you think such an error happened in the course of that story?
Lack of communication.
Lack of communication between husband and wife. Can I say like this? Husband should have clearly explained, this is a special parrot, don't cook it. When I come back home, or else his wife should have asked a question even before she was ready to cook it. Shall I do it this evening? I mean, these days telephonic charges are also very low, tariffs are very low. She could have telephoned and communicated and then got the answer. You may say so. But I would ask you another question now. More seriously, if you look at it, who lost the life? Parrot. So whose problem it is? Does the parrot have the answer to that or response to that? No? Then you didn't listen to the story well, I'll repeat. When the lady was about to cut its neck,
Yeah.
it should have said, Madam, please forgive me if I have done anything wrong. Then she would have been startled. At least after the knife is put on its neck, it could have said something. Because it has the skill. Her husband has tested. It passed the test. Agreed? So the grave mistake is on the part of, because it has lost life. Agreed? Now put yourself in the parrot's place. How many exams we have passed in English? We know grammar, we know this, we know that. We got some good marks also, no issues. And yet, when there is an occasion, somebody is asked, come, talk about it. Then they fumble. Most people don't come forward. I appreciate you have come forward. Right? Why? It's a wonderful opportunity. Who knows? There may be Ambani or Adani listening to you, and then they get impressed and they hire you for 2 crore rupees per annum. It may be a life-making opportunity. A life-saving opportunity was lost by parrot in the story. Don't you think that whenever we lose such an opportunity, we are also losing a life-making, a career-building opportunity is lost? My effort in the last 10 minutes is to have a change in the attitude. It's not to prove a point to others. We have to improve our communication skills, to use for our own benefit, for our own career, for our own happiness, for our own success. Earlier we discussed. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So in the class or in the coming classes, will you take up every opportunity that comes to you?
Yes, sir.
It should be a problem to the teacher to decide who will answer.
Okay, sir.
Right? That problem is a pleasing problem to the teachers, because they are already successful. Right? Okay. Please remember, you have already given me maybe 6th or 7th deal.
Yes.
Right? And the deal is always in your benefit. Now, so what I'll do now is, straight away we will try some activities. It's not very convenient to put you into groups, otherwise I would have put you into groups. Each line is a group, let us say. For 20 seconds, if you want, or 15 seconds if you want, have a view, and then one from your side can raise the hand and then answer.
Okay, sir.
So what happens here is twofold communication. Amongst your group, you communicate, please in English. Then you will also communicate to the class. Right? When you are answering me, it is to the class only, right? I am also part of the class. Okay? Right. Now, oh God. No, not this. I'm sorry. We'll come to that later. It's not the right age, right time, right? Right. So I'll show you some pictures. You have to give your funny comment.
Yes, sir.
So only condition is communicate anyway in the form of comment, but only condition is it should be funny. That is where you have to think. Otherwise you will anyway say this is this so and so. Oh, first one I have already given to you, right? F5. Huh? It's not that what is there is important. How much you can really convert that into a humorous comment. Right? So already you have seen it anyway. Give me a funny comment on it. He has just folded it and is okay. Okay. Just a still. Okay. That's the reason why I have given you the word also. It's cigarette. Right? On cigarette or smoking, you give me any. Somebody said in the other class where I used this, listen to me, how you can convert this into a funny thing. Can I tell you? Just 10 seconds. Somebody said, you know, on cigarette boxes or such tobacco use, they will write, it is injurious to health. Then he said, who said? It is healthy to health. more rhythmic, right? I'm not saying cigarette is healthy to health, but is it not a humorous comment?
Yes, sir.
Obviously, those who love it, whatever you tell them, they will only think like that.
Yes, sir.
Right? Like that, give me any. Can you read that? Fire at one end, fool at the other end. You got some sense now? Now let's go into the next one. How do you understand the cake is cut? You just think about, please listen to me. You just observe it closely. Initially the cake is one. As the time progresses, it has come to a point where, so now on divorce, they are celebrating divorce. Yeah, wonderful. Yeah, like that. We need an occasion, that's all. Right? We celebrated his answer. Good.
Husband and wife and fighting something.
It's like they have guns in their hands, right? Divorce is thought about worldwide. Is the wonderful. It's as serious as Third World War. Wonderful. So every household has a Third World War quite often, right? Okay. You get the point now. See, to communicate, where do I practice, when do I practice, and anything is a reason for us to practice. Just comment on anything. However the AC systems are here. Say something humorously, say something sarcastic, say something normally, say something formally, say something informally. Is it not possible? Quite often you can do it. Even at your home, in your new hostel where you live now, you can think of anything. Many a time we feel, can I practice? Where can I practice? I should join a course only. Okay, join a course, learn the basic requirements. Okay. But until and unless you put it in practice, quite often you can't get the required natural rhythm of using it. That's the effort. I'm just introducing this. You can also do it anywhere. Achha, you meet a person straight away, maybe you greet them, and afterwards, if they are new, what do? For example, you are in the interview lounge. Maybe after 1 hour, they start the interview, you have reached there and you are getting your certificates and all that. You sat there. Another interview candidate has come and sat by the side of you. What do? Why? This fellow is a competitor for me. Then what happens, you know? You become frozen. By the time you get into the interview hall, your voice also gets a bit, hard. If you don't speak, Instead, if you just start a conversation with them, you're comfortable. Right? By the time you go into the hall, interview hall, you're already speaking, you are with that warmth. Otherwise, your greeting also goes very hard. Good morning, sir. Because for a long period, it has been closed. Your vocal cards don't support you much. But to have a small talk, to have a conversation, you need some content, right? How do you get it? Spontaneously. On anything you should be able to talk about. That ease you will get with such practice. I'll give you a few samples and later on you try. What did he say?
They both are fighting, sir.
No.
Both but not understand.
No, wait. Okay, 1 minute, I'll listen to you. Page up, page down, yeah. Did you read this? That's what I... See, in few words, how powerfully there is, humor evolved on it. Future tense of? Particularly in language classrooms, it's easily understood. Presently married, meaning future tense divorce. Right? Okay. Now, the other one already you have seen, right?
Romantic fight. She was not.
She is not?
After marriage, she was not cooked.
Okay, she didn't cook well and he's scolding her. Yeah.
She tells, I don't cook, you should do me cook, I will divorce you.
She's already started threatening. See, you have to cook. All right?
Divorce you, she tells. No, I will cook, I will do everything.
He's pleasing her. No, don't get worried. Oh, good.
God, my boyfriend is not good, sir.
Good. Got the point now?
Asking to apologize too.
She's asking apologies. Oh, good. Okay, we'll stop here. Now the point is, next picture onwards, I'll just wait 5 seconds and move on to the next. So you should do it fast now. Right? So first read what is there. You know, right? This fellow is very clever. A classic book. 3, 4, 5. I want your comment. Where is the comment? No, already I said it's a classic book. So you should comment on classic book. Already you have taken 10 seconds. No comment from you.
That is stable.
No, again, you're missing the point. You're missing the point. It's a classic book. Now you read, you'll understand. You go into any house, most often in the bookshelf you will have Bhagavad Gita, Bible, Quran, this, that, great books. They're always there. They only just dust them every 1 month and keep it nicely there. Even your library, reference books are quite often not looked at. Have you ever seen? They don't even dust them quite often. Anyway, so you should go fast now. I'll move on, whether you say it clearly or not. All right?
Group meeting, sir. Those are group meeting.
4, 5. Read that. I said, in a funny way, you have to say something. Simply referring to that picture is not the question. Optimist, on that you have to. He's falling down or jumping, we don't know. But optimist. If he is an optimist, what is your comment? Wait. One more deal is required. Once I press the button and then show you what is written there, you should be quiet. Wait for the next. Right? Otherwise, it's unnecessary disturbance, right? A person who, while falling from Eiffel Tower, says in midway, on the way, see, I'm not injured yet. Very optimistic. What is optimism? Hoping good will happen, not being, sorry about what is happening. Now quickly look at it and then quickly take the word. Pessimist, opposite to that.
She is thinking I am a beauty. She thinks I am the most beautiful.
I know I can't and so I won't. There's a thing written there. Can you see?
She was saying constantly I know and I was.
Pessimist. Opposite of optimist, right?
Saying like I am a devil.
I'm a devil, okay. I can't do any good thing. It's about their attitude, right? Okay. So far, so good. I'll complete quickly. Politician. Comment on politician.
After dividing two parties into a beautiful part, and then congratulating.
In front of smile and backside fight.
Okay. They openly smile and talk to you well, but actually they have all conspiracies in their mind. Okay. See how funnily it is said here. What does he shake after elections? You trust him and vote him, and afterwards he will show you hell. Right? Before elections, everybody is. They beg you. Later on, they push you out, throw you out. Even if you go there and beg anything or ask anything. Now, could you get the point I was trying to drive? Because if it is humorous, you feel like saying it. So make it a point every week. Every week, I'm not saying every day. Every week, at least half an hour you spend on some pics and give your comments, write your comments. That's real life learning, right? Anyway, you answer your questions in the exam, that you will do it. Your teachers will tell you, you have notes, you have material, this and that, you follow and you do it. That's for marks, okay. But to add real boost to it, you learn better on your own. You don't need anybody also. If others are there, join you, wonderful, nothing like it. Even if you are alone, you can learn. I'm just giving you a tool how really you can practice and then have your communication skills go well. Probably this is done. Is it okay? Are we going in the right line? Some more practice, and towards the end I will talk about this, because this is not the stage right now, if time permits. One more activity where I'll just intensify the difficulty level, a little more difficult. But I would tell you, if you are ready to say something, it is not difficult at all. It's easy. Because instead of asking immediately one statement, I'll give you a bit of time, as groups again, each line. Think for a minute, and then you need to tell a story. I'll give you the first line of the story, and you need to tell me the story. And there are 3 stories that you are going to tell me, three opportunities. First opportunity, I will also join with you, and then one by one we'll do it a bit fast. That will let you know how you need to construct a story of a minute or half a minute. Not a very 600-page story, please. Just a minute if you can, or half a minute also fine. It should be a story. In a story, what is there? There is a good beginning, and the story moves, some sort of small climax or something, and it ends. Right? Maybe 5-6 sentences story. Not more than that. Okay? Everybody talks about this change, right? Corporate fellows. People always say, Change changes you if you don't change yourself in right time. Change changes you. Right? There are many such things. Change is the only permanent thing in life. Do you all accept?
No, sir.
So, you don't? Okay. No, you can say no, but give a reason. That's another occasion for you to talk. I love it. So we'll go to the lesson 1. Each story has a moral also. You think of the moral also. That's another opportunity for you to talk about. Now the first line is this. A crow was sitting on a tree doing nothing all day. Why my photo here? Acha, you are taking this one. I'm not really photogenic. A crow was sitting on a tree doing nothing all day. Just think of it. Which way it can go. Another 4-5 sentences, that should be a story. Okay, I'll give you one more sentence. Because I told you. No, when you read, you can read in mind also, right? Please read in mind. That's what generally in life we say. Whether it is good occasion, good habit, or bad occasion, bad habit. For example, somebody is smoking. Can I also have a cigarette? If that fellow has a bad habit. Right? People are talking to each other. Can I join the group? Generally, that's the tendency. So, crow was sitting all day doing nothing. And then a small rabbit saw the crow and asked him, can I also sit like you and do nothing all day long? So now slowly it is getting towards a complexity. What did the crow say? Sure, why not? It's your life. Do the way you like. So the rabbit sat on the ground below the crow and rested. Can you close the story? Almost we are to the closure. What can you guess? Something is happening in your mind, right? That's the right line, right thing. At least now you can say something. Ah, good. Right? So, all of a sudden a fox appeared. Already jumped on the rabbit and khel khatam. Now you have the story. Still you have an opportunity to talk well, and that is, you should tell me. You can use every opportunity. Okay? Don't depend on others. Don't compare with others. Wonderful, wonderful. Claps for him, for all of you. Yeah. Then?
You should be prepared before any...
Much too good. You should be prepared before taking a decision. Consequences may be there, results may be there. Okay, good.
Don't trust blindly to others.
Wonderful. Don't trust others blindly. Very good. I don't have chocolates, I can't give you now. Right? Yeah. Last opportunity, otherwise I'll give you.
Don't trust anyone.
Don't trust anyone. Hare Bab. Very harsh. You have to use your skill, or you have to use your own understanding, your own clarity before trusting others blindly. Probably you mean that, right? Good. Because we said it's corporate lessons. If you are a subordinate, you can't decide many. But if you are the boss has all the possibilities. Boss is always right. The crow sat on the top of the tree. It's less vulnerable for any hunter. any wild animal. Whereas rabbit, doing nothing, sitting along with the crows on the ground. So from the ground you have to grow. If you grow, you are more protected. But again, my point is not to teach you the stories here. My point is make you tell me a story or comment on it or give the moral. Use your communication skills. Make it an opportunity. You get my point? Now this time, the lesson 2. Take a minute, and then I'll ask you. Whoever raises the hand first, I'll go with them. After a minute. Okay, now it's your time. For 1 minute, I'll wait. You can raise your hand if you want to say something. Got something to say? Don't prejudge yourself. Will that be right? There is nothing like it. It is your story. You will decide the story. Who am I to judge it? No? No, that's what you promised to me. 2 or 3 deals of this kind where you said, we will respond. That too in right time. You still have 20 seconds. Come on, you can do it. Yes. Please. After. Come on. Complete the story.
He was telling to the bull, where are you from? Asking him, where are you from? No, I am here only. This is my village.
Yes. Go ahead.
Turkey and bull, they are discussing.
Please wait. Listen to her. It's her time now. Yeah.
Turkey telling, who are you? Why are you came here on my place? No, this is my place. Turkey telling, no, this is my place. I am not sit before any time, but you are now only. You came newly here. Yes. Bull tell, yes, I came here.
Okay.
Today only.
Good. Somebody here. Somebody wanted to use, right? No? Oh. I think we need you want? Yeah, please give her. Give him.
Can we make a family and live together? They said,
What did you?
stories,
Okay.
and
Can
then
we?
they live each other.
They live together. Good. That's important. Don't prejudge. Yeah, go ahead.
There is a conflict between Turkey and bull. They are speaking, I am his great.
No talking,
and
please.
Turkey was saying, I am his great. They are facing, there no one accepting them. I am the greater than you. Because I can run faster. The bull was slower. And they are conflicting between. They are fighting each other. That's it.
Good. So I'm better, I'm faster, I'm more powerful. Okay, I'll move on. Just see this now, no talking. See, the deal is we communicate, we don't make just noise. Please understand this. What did you say? When you are energy, right? Well, why don't you nibble on some of my droppings, meaning dung? Replied the bull. They are packed with nutrients. In agriculture also they use, right? Cow dung or whatever. The turkey pecked at the lump of dung and found that it actually gave him enough strength to reach the first branch of the tree. It's working. The next day, after eating more dung, he reached the really working. Finally, after a fortnight, 15 days, there he was proudly perched at the top of the tree. Now you can guess based on the first story. Some farmer came that way, or hunter came that way. Soon he was spotted means could see. What would the fellow do then? A turkey which is very healthy on the top. Obviously he will shoot. Who promptly shot the turkey out of the tree. Arey kya hua? In the first story, it got killed. Sitting down under the tree. Now, getting at the top, got killed. What could be the moral of this story? It's not the place that is important, then what is important? One last opportunity. Sometimes by the stroke of luck you may reach a position, but if you don't perform well, you can't retain the position. Right? Sometimes we get wonderful opportunities. Just because we got the opportunity doesn't mean we will win everybody's heart. We have to use that opportunity in the right way. We should have the required skills and ability to perform, rather converting ability into performance. Agreed? Please listen to me or read anything keeping the context communication skills. It's not story hour, but stories are helpful. Right? This is homework for you. All right? Next class, take some time from any teacher, any regular teacher here, and then you can share your story. The first line is this. With 5 or 6 lines, if you can do it 10 lines, no problem. You write the story and read out to your friends. All of you can do it, right? Okay. I don't want to give you that. You want to see that story? But you write your own story, not necessarily you follow this. Okay, I'll come to that quickly. Oh, I'm coming, don't worry. A little bird was flying south for the winter. If you want to see the story, you can. But no need to follow exactly in the same lines. You have your own story. Absolutely different from it. Because your imagination can never match with them. It's already there on internet. Why should we copy it? Right? Okay. It was so cold the bird froze and fell to the ground in a large field. While it was lying there, a cow came by and dropped some dung on it. As the frozen bird lay there in the pile of cow dung, it began to realize how warm it was. The dung was actually preventing him from the cold. Thwarting means preventing in a way, thawing. He lay there all warm and happy and soon began to sing. When you are happy, what happens? You start singing, dancing, it also started. Cultural activities, yeah. A passing cat heard the bird singing and came to investigate. Where is the sound? Following the sound, the cat discovered the bird under the pile of cow dung and promptly dug him out and ate him. See, all the stories are like that. So threats are possible in corporate world. You should be careful. That's the idea. The moral of the story, the morals of the story are, got it? What happened in the story? Not everyone who drops shit on you is your enemy. Second, Not everyone who gets you out of shit is your friend. What the cat has done. And when you are in deep shit, right? So, but you write your own story with the first line keeping the same, right? Now, are you okay with me? Is it going well? Right? Did you feel any small value addition? Even if you are 1% more open-minded to have communication skills, I'm successful. Please don't fail me, right? Now, the last thing, it is also a story, but we don't discuss much on it. It is to have a proper attitude towards, in our case, communication skills and using communication skills. But it's a general story. If we have a proper attitude, obviously it helps. Just you are going to read the story and afterwards I'll end the class. How much time still there, Sri Shailam? 5 minutes, huh? Maybe 5, 6, 7 minutes, right? So I don't eat too much of your coffee time, tea time, right? Normally my regular students say this, I'm a pure vegetarian. Wait, let me complete. But then my students always say that, no sir, you are a non-vegetarian. When I ask them, they say, my regular students, because they know me every day, they face me, right? For you it's relaxing, only one day. Then they say, no, you eat our brains. Pure non-vegetarian. Right? So hope I have not done it here today. Don't talk and don't think also. Just read and understand first. Halfway through I'll ask something if required. Because the topic is not so good as it titled. In this world, rich fellows have all the allowances. If you and I, ordinary poor people, we cannot have that luxury. Right? 4 wives already, you read it, right? Please, no talking from your side now. Just read. No. Read inside. Or you ask me to read for you? Right, okay. He loved the 4th wife the most, obviously the latest. He adorned her with rich robes and treated her to delicacies greatly. He took great care of her and gave her nothing but the best. 3rd wife. No, it is my turn. Right. He also loved the 3rd wife very much. He is very proud of her and always wanted to show her off to his friends. However, the merchant is always in great fear that she might run away with some other man. Meaning is, she is very beautiful, she is not very secure with her. 2nd wife. He too loved, please, I will read for you. He too loved his 2nd wife. She is a very considerate person, always patient, and in fact is the merchant's confidante. He can fall back on her, depend on her. Minister Jaisa, right? Whenever the merchant faced some problems, he always turned to his 2nd wife and she would always help him out and tide him through difficult times. Unlike the wife in the story. She made him lose 7 lakh rupees, 7.5 lakh rupees, right? She's not like that. This 2nd wife, very, very helpful, cleared all his problems whenever he has. Now 1st wife. Now the merchant's 1st wife is a very loyal partner and has made great contributions in maintaining his wealth and business as well as taking care of the household. Right? However, here is the catch. The merchant did not love the first wife, and although she loved him deeply, he hardly took notice of her. ये तो समझने की बात है. Otherwise, he would have lived with only one wife, right? Somehow he did not love her, so he went on to the web series IP, right? Now, Yamraj has come. One day, the merchant fell ill. Before long, he knew that he was going to die soon. He thought of his luxurious life and told himself, now I have 4 wives with me, but when I die, I'll be alone. How lonely I'll be. He wanted company in what? Death.
Selfish husband.
Wait. We'll see what happens. Thus he asked the 4th wife, I loved you the most, endowed you with the finest clothing and showered great care over you. Now that I am about to die, will you follow me and keep me company? Immediately, no way, go to hell, right? Replied the 4th wife, and she walked away without another word. The answer cut like a sharp knife right into the merchant's heart. Then he thought, I have more options, right? It's an MSET exam for him, right? So he asked the 3rd wife. And what did she say? Life is so good over here, I am going to remarry when you die. He has already got doubts. At least he is very truthful at the threshold of his death. Now 2nd wife. What did she say? I am sorry. I can't help you out this time. Replied the 2nd wife. At the very most, aap to ro rahe na? So I'll do a small favor. At the very most, I can only send you to your grave. Thus far, no further. Right? So this fellow got deeply shattered. Without being asked, his first wife responded. Because he can't ask her. He never cared for her. Didn't even notice her, right? Then a voice called out, I live with you. I will follow you no matter where you go. Who said? The first wife. Now the red line you can read. This fellow, whenever I ask you to read, read in your mind. Because then you can allow others also read. I should have taken much better care of you while I could have. Meaning? You think of the story we had first? Now he is about to die. Can he take care of her? What he has taken care of is not taking care of him now. What he did not take care of is taking care of him now. He got changed. After all, a human being, his heart got melted. But what can I do now? There's no time. Yamaraj is ready. I can't really take care of you in life. Now the story is not ended, please. This is where it starts actually for you. What those 4 wives is the question. All of us have. No matter whether you are a girl or a boy. Because not much time, so I want to finish quickly. Yeah. Fourth one is, what we should do is be fit and be presentable. That's it. Beyond that, there is no. I enjoy it. Okay. Got it? Do we have or not 4th wife? We all have. But we give a lot of care to that. Is it a matching dress or not? Do I have matching? So many things. Just like in the story, he was very doubtful. 2 minutes, sir, done. Just like in the story, he was actually doubtful. But in real life also the same thing happens, right? The moment you are off, all that you have is off. Now 2nd wife. What is the 2nd wife?
Another person.
We may think my father is a minister, he can make me better, this and that. But life is your battle. Fight it on your own. I'm not saying don't be friendly, good with your friends and family members. That's all right, it's there. But we have to fight our battle on our own. There's no way. If you have some pain in your knee, can somebody share it? No. They may sympathize, lip sympathy, doesn't work for us.
Yes, sir.
You have some pleasure, you can share. Am I making sense to you? But anyway, now the first wife. He did not take care of something you can't see in our case. Often neglected in our pursuit of material wealth and sensual pleasure, it actually the only thing that follows us wherever we go. What is that? Perhaps it's a good idea to cultivate and strengthen it now rather than to wait until we are tested and challenged. In real life, what happened to that parrot? There was a test, real life test. There it lost its life. So what is that? We have to cultivate and strengthen proper attitude. In our case, in the context of communication skills or personal effectiveness, we have to cultivate the habit of using every opportunity without prejudging us. Judging is for others. Why should we judge ourselves? Why should we do others' job also? Am I making sense to you?
Yes, sir.
So cultivate right attitudes towards making right habits in communicating well, and you are unstoppable. No one can stop your success. Thank you all for patiently listening to me. All right? Thank you.